Welcome back everybody to another pomade review, and today we're talking about another unorthodox water-based pomade, a pretty unique one in my opinion, and it is the Light Hold from Grease. They're not a lot like it, and it feels pretty similar to an oil-based pomade just without the greasiness. It looks pretty similar to the medium because it's green, and it has the typical Grease design where it has a really rockabilly looking design. There's the company logo here, Grease, water-based. 4 ounces. It's a 4-ounce glass jar with a screw top lid and light hold the bottom over here. On the left side you'd find the ingredients list as well as the directions of use, and on the right side you'd find the company description of Grease as well as the social media handle on Instagram. If you open it up, you'd find a very soft and lotion looking product, and it kind of reminds me of matcha pudding just because of how soft and green it is. And I do love the scent as well. It's a really clean one, sort of a little cologne-y, but it's pretty much a floral scent, and I just really love the scent. It's rather subtle as well. It's not too strong. So now I'll just go ahead and apply the product. Now scooping it out, no effort at all. It's just very, very lotion-like, super creamy. And breaking it down, obviously no effort at all. It's just really, really lotion-like, and it just feels so light that when I first applied it, it suddenly you would suddenly feel the amount of hold it has. I mean, it's sort of a pretty decent hold for a light hold pomade, which is actually quite impressive because of how soft and lotion-like the product is. And once I just apply it to my hair, I just start to feel the slickness of the product. I even feel a bit of control immediately without combing it. Just by applying it, I can immediately feel there's a bit of tackiness to it. So you can tell it's not overly sticky or anything, but it really has the adequate amount of stickiness so that you can get a great amount of control from this stuff. I can already feel the hold that it actually has. And this stuff actually does have a hold, like somewhere between a light and medium. And I'll just apply one more lick of the pomade and I'll just style after this. So of course it's really easy to just scoop out, break down, and apply. It just goes in like nothing. Super creamy, super lotion-like. But like I said, it's pretty impressive for the amount of hold it can provide, despite not being so much, just from feeling how lotion-like it is. Now, I have a little bit of an issue when it comes to the consistency, actually, because when I first received it, I found that there were some borax crystals, which I thought was pieces of broken glass at first, but I eventually figured out that they were actually the borax crystals. But I don't think this is actually the fault of the brewer. It is more of probably an issue due to the storage or something, because I actually didn't buy this directly from the brewer. I bought it via Pomade Club, and so it probably has been in their warehouse for quite a while. And maybe while it was being stored, some of the water evaporated a little, causing the borax to harden up as crystals. So I was a little taken aback by the borax crystals at first, but I'll just let that slide because I don't really think it's the brewer's fault. And as you can tell, as I slick it back, it's just really smooth. It just comes like nothing. It's just really easy to just style with this because of how soft the product is. And despite being so soft and easy in the hair, I really like the amount of control that this pomade gives me. So I'll just go ahead and form the part. And the slickness on this one is absolutely amazing as well. Everything is just clumped together just as you want it to, pretty tight, and I just look at how sleek the comb lines are. So you can tell, even though just by looking at how I comb it, my hair moves around pretty lightly, but still, it goes to exactly where I want it to go. Building my pompadour is also really easy with it, so you can tell. And I would say styling is also really quick. It's just really, really easy to style with this stuff. The hole in this one, obviously, you're going to have to recomb it throughout the day because it's a light, but like I said, it has a pretty decent hold for a light. It's sort of like a light medium hold on a pomade, but I'm actually really surprised by the endurance because I used this during summer once, just as a standalone, and despite how hot it was, my hair actually remained intact, which is just absolutely amazing for a light hold pomade. And this is just something you don't really see every day. It just doesn't really melt in the heat. My hair didn't really sag so much. I did experience a bit of inflation in volume, but I still retained the general shape, the same forwardness and roundness to my pompadour during initial styling. But of course, there were a couple of recombs I needed to, but the general shape, other than a couple of stray hairs sometimes popping up, the general shape, the pompadour is still there. While, with some light pomades, especially the heat, it would look pretty different at the end of the day, even if you don't exactly, if you don't recomb. So I'll just call it done right now. You can see that the height on this one, it's sort of, I can get an average height with it. Of course, you won't expect anything super crazy because this is a light hold. So it still provides you with a decent amount of height because of the weight. I would say that it's sort of like not too much of a true lightweight. I'm not talking about hold, I'm talking about weight, by the way. It's not too much of a lightweight, but it's not so much of a medium weight either. It's just a really nice balance, light to medium weight, so that it allows me for some decent height to my pompadour. And with that being said, let's just go ahead and take a look at the pomp itself. So you can see the shine on it is not excessive. It just provides me with a nice, really healthy looking medium shine. It doesn't go overboard with it. Really nice slickness, everything is just intact. Sleek comb lines as well as a nice shape to my pompadour, but not too high. Now when it comes to the washability of this, for me it would take just one round of shampoo to get it all out because it's water-based, so you're more likely to have a really easy wash out, of course, but unless you use an excessive amount, it'll take 2 washes at most. This stuff, because it's unorthodox, it doesn't just come out with only water, because water-based does not equal to water-soluble, so you do have to use some shampoo, but if you just use water, you would have some very, very minor, a very, very clean buildup. That's somewhat minor. It feels like a really broken down but very clean buildup, and nonetheless, you can still build it up towards the wink with that amount of buildup, even though it just feels almost like a squeaky clean buildup. I would actually have more slickness control the next day, which feels absolutely awesome. And it's also pretty impressive how it doesn't feel greasy a single bit. This actually really acts like an oil-based pomade, but it just doesn't feel greasy at all. It's pretty much everything you would love in a light hold pomade, except that it just does not feel greasy. And the shine, it's sort of like I said, it's sort of like a medium-ish shine, so you expect it to have, on the shine level, I could already consider a medium shine to be somewhat I would consider a medium shine to be somewhat on the level which you would expect. Obviously, quite an amount of shine. So usually with a light pomade, you would expect something with super high shine, but this one is not too high. It's sort of maybe like a notch above medium, but it's mostly like a medium-ish shine throughout the day. So the shine, you would expect some shine to it, but it's not as much as a stereotypical light hold pomade. So overall, my final verdict on Grim Grease, this is one hell of an amazing light hold pomade. If you are the kind of person who loves light hold pomades, or if you're an oil-based pomade junkie just looking for a water-based pomade, this is definitely really something that you shouldn't miss out on. It's just, like I said, it's everything you would want in a light hold pomade, just a perfect balance between stickiness and a decent hold for a light, awesome slickness, and just like the right amount of shine without going too overboard. And my hair always looks really damn good with it. Great endurance for a light as well. One of the greatest endurance I've ever seen in a light hold pomade in general. All of that without being greasy at all. So this is just one hell of an excellent pomade, and I enjoyed a lot. If you enjoyed this review, please leave a like, comment, subscribe to this channel, click on the bell icon to never miss a single upload of the Squinty Show, and I'll see you next time on the Squinty Show.